Hi friends, this is Vicki with Grandma Vicki Crafts, and today I made two cute little decorations for your home, one more Easter and one more spring. And these are just made from the Dollar Tree wooden frames that you'll find in the Crafter's Square section of your dollar store, and a little bit of creativity. So if this is something you'd like to maybe make, please follow me along and I'll show you step by step how you too can make yours for your Easter and spring decor. So I came across some cute little frames at the Dollar Tree, and they're just called wooden frames. Now, they come in an assortment of different designs. So I picked up a round one and a square one. Now they don't have a backing, so I have already gone ahead and cut out a circle for my round one. And I'm going to hot glue that onto the back, so it has a backing on there. And what I did was I just took a piece of cardboard, and I've got my square already traced out, and all I did was I put my frame up onto the cardboard, and I traced all in and around the inside. Then I went ahead and I used my pen, and I just also went on the outside wherever I could make a little line across. And then when I cut it, I'm going to cut on the top piece. So that'll give me about 1/8 of an inch or maybe 1/4 of an inch more to work with, so that it doesn't just fall right through the frame when I put it together. So now when you cut it out, you don't want to have it showing on the front side, any of the cardboard. So you want to make sure that you cut it out just to fit the square, but to give it enough so that you can just hot glue that cardboard down onto the frame without it showing through the sides here. So now I'm going ahead and I'm painting both of the pieces white with just acrylic white paint, and then I'll set them aside to dry. So now the square insert, the cardboard piece, is dry. I'm going to put Mod Podge on here, and I've cut out the same square, and I'm going to put my carrot piece from my scrapbook paper, and I'm going to Mod Podge that down on top of my cardboard piece. So the carrot paper is Mod Podged onto my cardboard now, and I've taken my square little frame and I've stained it with my antique wax. So now what I'm going to do is I'm going to put hot glue my little insert like this onto the back of my photo frame. Once I get that done, then I've taken a bunny from these color your own bunnies that you get from the Dollar Tree. I've taken one of those, and I used the back side. Remember, this paper was two-sided, so I've got the bunnies on the one side and the carrots on the other. So now I've taken the bunny side and I've Mod Podged the bunny onto the carrot side, and now I'm going to cut this all out, and then I'll be able to place my bunny down in my photo. So I'll be back when I get that done. So here's my frame, and I've got the bunny covered and sanded around and glued on. Then I put on a little tail, little pompom for his tail. and I added a little orange bow, and then I went to my button stash and I found a little orange button for the top of his little bow and a pretty little eye for the bunny's eye. So there we are. So that's the square one. So now I'll set that one aside, and I've gone ahead and I've painted the round one white. Now this was a task because if I could go outside and spray paint it, it would be great. But the weather's too cold here, so I had to paint it with my paintbrush, and there's a lot of little nooks and crannies. But I got it done. So there's what it looks like painted white in comparison to the brown. So then my circle, and I went ahead and painted my circle with one coat of the white. Then I got these napkins from the Dollar Tree with the pretty flowers and butterflies on them, and I thought that was really pretty. So I went ahead and I took the plies apart, pulled them off, and now I'm going to Mod Podge down on my white circle the flowers off the napkin. So I'm going to go now and I'll do that, and then I'll be back to show you. So now I've Mod Podged the napkin onto my little cardboard. So in order to get that off around the edge, I'm just taking a nail file and I'm just going around the cardboard, and it's just taking off the excess napkin, just like so. Just all the way around. And it'll just come right off. And there we have. Isn't that a pretty napkin? So now I'm going to do the same. I'm going to hot glue my little photo inside my frame on the back, and I think that's going to be pretty. Then I have some of these little flowers. I got these from Temu. They're just little tiny flowers, and it just so happens that they happen to be similar colors to the flowers that are on here. So I thought I would maybe put 4 of the flowers on here, just so that they kind of stick out from the frame. So I'm going to go ahead and do that and glue that on, and then I'll be back. So here's what it looks like. Now I've put on some of these little flowers all over. Then I went to the Dollar Tree and I found some little butterflies. And because there was a butterfly on the napkin, like you see here, and it's on the piece that I chose to put on my picture. So I put a little butterfly off onto there. So I've glued that on. Then it also had a wee strip of lavender in the napkin in here. So while I was at the Dollar Tree, I found just a little bunch of lavender. So I cut off one of the little sprigs and I cut it down small to fit. And isn't that pretty? And then I just also had some ribbon from the Dollar Tree. This is the one I used here. I just made a little bow and put it on the bottom there. And then this one is carrot. It's got the carrots on it. And I thought that was cute. And I thought I'd put just a little bow in the corner of this one. So there we have it. A couple of cute little Easter and spring type decorations just to place around in your home. They could be just a little shelf sitter. You could put a hanger on it and hang it on your wall if you wanted to. But anyhow, just an idea, and maybe you'd like to go with that too. So if this is something that you like, please give me a thumbs up. Tell me what you would do different, if anything, and share with your friends. Subscribe to my channel, and always remember to be kind. And thanks so much for watching. Bye now.